No, I thought he was going to want to grapple. I really did. I was surprised at his punching power. In the moment in there, I didn't feel like he was a big puncher. He looked like a big guy, and he's finished guys on the feet. I mean, he's finished all of his wins. But I thought he was going to be a bigger puncher. When he was landing those shots, they weren't that much knockdown power behind him. But I was surprised by his strength. He was pretty strong. Another thing, too, like I thought he was going to be a little bit... He was physically strong, but I thought technically, I know he comes from a judo background, I thought his hips and his grip strength was going to be better against the fence. I took myself down every time, you know. When I was on the mat, it was because I jumped guillotines. And you miss all the ones you don't jump, first of all. But I thought he was going to be a little bit tougher with the takedowns against the fence. I mean, that's the only reason I'm fighting. When I started fighting was to be the world champion, to be the best in the world, undisputed. But we got to see. I got to get home and see what makes sense with my coaches and my wife and my management and just see what's next. I don't know. But yeah, that's I mean, I've done a lot in the sport. I'm not trying to, you know, brag or be boastful, but I've done a lot in the sport and I've been fighting for a long time. This was like at my 50th or around my, maybe more or right under 50th mixed martial arts fight. And I've done a lot and I've checked a lot of boxes, but there's one that's still unchecked, and that's being the world champion. Losing my last fight, never losing 2 in a row, fighting this young up-and-comer who's finishing everybody. Just the risk versus the reward. It was just like I had to win this one. For me, I felt like, so that was more stressful because I was putting it on myself.
Conor McGregor actually tweeted a good fight between a couple Frenchmen and even tagged the French was the president or prime minister, whatever they have over there.
Yeah? Well, he felt that right hook too. But the lightweight division has been so like murky and not a clear path to anything for anybody. And now it's even more so with Max coming up. Let's say he does beat Gaethje. Does he stay at 55? What's happening? I don't know. I don't know what's next for me, what opponent makes sense, who's available. There's a lot of questions. Nate was a fight I always wanted. Gaethje hit me with the Hogan boot, so we might have to do it again. It's tough to say. I don't know.